Hello viewers, and welcome back to this channel, solutions.com. Today we'll be converting from base 10 to other bases. For instance, we'll be converting 65 in base 10 to base 8, and also 29 in base 10 to base 3. We also have an additional bonus, so wait till the end and then you'll see the bonus. In this example, we will be converting from base 10 to base 8, and specifically we will be converting 65 in base 10 and we will be converting it to base 8. So what we do is, when converting from base 10 to another base, we simply divide it by that base. What I mean is 65 in base 10 will now be divided by 8. So when you're converting from base 10 to base 8, you divide that number by 8. Now 8 in 65 is 8 times, because 8 can go in 65 8 times. 8 times 8 is 64, therefore our remainder is 1. Now how many times can 8 now go into 8? It's once. So it's 1 time, and our remainder will be 0. And therefore we will also say 8 in 1, 0 times, but our remainder will be 1. Now the answer to the conversion from base 10 to base 8 is actually staring at us in the face. And what we will do is to simply look at the remainders. We will be looking at these remainders as our value. However, what we will do is to take it from the bottom to the top, and that gives us our answer. So in taking the digits from the bottom to the top, we have 101 in base 8, and that is simply the answer in converting 65 in base 10 to base 8, and that is 101 in base 8. Let's look at this second example, but this time around we will be converting from base 10 to base 3. We have 29 in base 10 and we want to convert it to base 3. Therefore, what we will be doing is to divide 29 by 3. When converting from base 10 to another number, in this particular case base 3, we will divide that number by 3. If we were converting it from base 10 to base 7, we will be dividing this number by 7. However, since we are converting this 29 in base 10 to base 3, therefore we will divide 29 by 3. And we can use the long division method as we have used before. So we have 29 dividing by 3. What do we have? We have 9, but the remainder is 2, because 9 times 3 is 27, and what we have there is 29. So 29 minus 27 is 2. So that's the remainder. So 3 in 9, how many times can it go? 3 times. And the remainder is 0, because 3 times 3 is 9. Now we divide by 3 again. How many times can 3 go in 3? It's 1 time. and 3 times 1 is 3, so the remainder is 0. Now we divide by 3 again. 3 in 1, 0, and therefore the remainder is 1. Let me come again. 3 in 29 is 9. So 3, and that's how we got the 9 here. 3 times 9 is 27. But what we have there is 29. That means there's a remainder of 2. And that's how we got this 2 here. The remainder is 2. Now we divide 9 again by 3. How many times can 3 go in 9? 3 times, and that's what we have here. 3 times 3 is 9, so there is a remainder of 0. Nothing left. Now we come again here and we divide by 3. 3 divided by 3, and here we get 1. And obviously 3 times 3 is 3, so there is no remainder. Then we come finally here and say, how many times can 3 go in 1? The answer is 0, and remaining 1. Now, our answer to the conversion from base 10 to base 3 is simply obtained from the remaining values, that is from the remainders. But what we will do is to take the numbers from the bottom to the top. And when we do that, we have 1002 in base 3. Therefore, the conversion of 29 in base 10 to base 3 is simply 1002 in base 3. Now we have a bonus question to solve. This time around, we will be converting from base 10 to base 7. We are converting 86 in base 10 to base 7. Remember, we said that when you're converting from base 10 to another base, you divide your number by the base number. Now you have 86 in base 10, and we are converting to base 7. Therefore, we will divide 86 by 7. How many times can 7 go in 86? 12 times. 12 times 7 is 84. So we will have a remainder of 2 because 86 minus 84 is 2. We divide again by 7. How many times can 7 go in 12? Once. So we have 1. And then 7 times 1 is 7. 12 minus 7 is 5. So we have a remainder of 5. And then finally we divide 7. How many times can it go into 1? It's 0 times. And then the remainder is 1. So what we simply need to do now is to look at the remainders and then take the numbers from the base to the top. So we have 152 in base 7. So in converting 86 in base 10 to base 7, it gives us 152 in base 7. And that is the answer to this bonus question. Now the summary of converting from base 10 to other number bases. We see that the first number we had, we converted 65 in base 10, and then we converted it to base 8, and what we got was 101 in base 8. The second number we did was 29 in base 10, and we converted it to base 3, and what we have is 1002 in base 3. And then the bonus question we had is 86 in base 10 and we converted it to base 7, and what we have is 152 in base 7. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. Kindly subscribe, kindly like and share.